Unforgettable stories out of Western Jamaica from the scrapbooks of Adrian Freighter. Despite being from nearby Westmoreland, reggae legend Peter Tosh has not performed in Montego Bay many times. In fact, his appearances on Reggae Sunsplash 1980 and the 1982 World Music Festival were the only two times that he performed in the Western City. While I never had the privilege of seeing his Reggae Sunsplash performance, which from all reports was a master class in which he introduced his band, Word, Sound and Power to the world, I was very much present for the World Music Festival performance, which took on a controversial flavor even before it took the stage. When it was near time for Tosh to perform, the United States-based group Gladys Knight and the Pips were occupying the dressing room, having completed their set. In his usual militant style, Tosh ordered them out, using a few choice Jamaican bad words to ensure that his point got across. Within minutes of taking over the dressing room, it was as if Tosh had started a fire inside, as plumes of smoke began filtering out alongside the rich smell of Jamaican ganja. There was no question that he was literally warming up on the inside for his performance. Having previously seen Tosh perform at the 1978 Peace Concert in Kingston, I already knew that he was uncompromising when it came to the use of the Jamaican bad word in his social commentary, which he used to flavor his songs. At the National Stadium, he started out by substituting the Jamaican bad words for words such as Rasta Castle and Bamboo Cat. As Prime Minister Michael Manley and Opposition Leader Edward Seaga looked on from inside the audience. However, as he got deep into his performance and began his advocacy for the legalization of ganja, the real Jamaican bad words, commonly known as clots, started flying, much to the delight of those fans who admire the rebel in Peter Tosh. In the World Music Festival performance in Montego Bay, Tosh, who was clad in full white with his sword hanging down at his side, started off calmly, belting out the lyrics of Stepping Razor. His militancy quickly chipped in when the band developed an issue. He began chastising the band members by stating,
"Look how many heathens play music and nothing happen. But as the most progressive comes, something must bumbleclot happen."
He went on to state that this is the kind of system I face daily. That is when I draw my...
That's why sometimes when I draw my bumbleclot sword, God cries.
At that point, he pulled his sword and made a chop. A frightened Japanese cameraman jumped from the rolling camera he was operating and fell to the ground, breaking one of his hands. Moments later, a member of his entourage brought out a white dove, which he promptly released into the early morning sky. During his performance of Rastafari a rainbow appeared over the venue, which he pointed out and asked, "Do you see the rainbow? Well, that symbolizes Jah Rastafari." The tempo of his performance went up several levels when he took to the Congo drums and transformed his performance into a dub-like session. It was dazzling. After unleashing the song Bush Doctor, in which he promoted the virtues of ganja, he then delivered a passionate speech in defense of the herb. He stated that the time has just come. In Ethiopia, where I originated, where culture originated, herb is a part of my culture. Smoking herb is a sacrament, not a sacrilege. Not smoking herb is violating my own constitutional rights. To be humiliated and aggravated for the smoking of herb is totally degrading in the 20th century. And I standing here have all right to talk because I suffer the tribulation and accusation for the smoke of herb. Tosh went on to state that when he was in places like New York, he could smoke herb without being harassed, as the police basically left him alone. He said that in his youthful days in Jamaica, he was told that herb was dangerous, among other things. In expressing his disgust about how reggae music is treated in Jamaica, he noted that the thousands of overseas fans who come to Jamaica during the summer months as tourists are attracted to the island by the music because, unlike Jamaicans, they have a great respect for reggae. He blasted the local radio stations for playing too much American music and too little reggae. When Tosh closed his marathon set with his classic hit song, Get Up, Stand Up, it was clear that the audience was looking at greatness in the flesh. Their rich applause was in clear appreciation. For me, it was simply the performance of a lifetime, something I will never forget. It was one of those profound, unforgettable stories out of Western Jamaica.
Unforgettable stories out of Western Jamaica from the scrapbooks of Adrian Freitas.
Before you go, please remember to subscribe.